NOAA readies another weather satellite. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us is NOAA research meteorologist Bill Line. Hi, Bill.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
A pleasure. Well, NOAA is adding to its fleet of geostationary satellites. Give us the overview of what's going on today.
Definitely. It's an exciting day for us here at NOAA. GOES U is going to launch later today. GOES U represents the fourth and final in the GOES R series of geostationary weather satellites. These satellites are constantly monitoring the weather around us, from low clouds and fog that might delay your flight to severe thunderstorms and hurricanes and even space weather. The information from these satellites is critical, allowing forecasters to provide accurate and timely forecasts and warnings.
So, can you tell us, give us an idea of how much this system has improved that kind of forecasting?
Yeah, compared to previously, we could see a lot more details and features such as clouds and severe storms and hurricanes, and we could see things develop much quicker. For example, we can observe areas roughly the size of Texas up to every 30 seconds, and that's critical to see exactly where severe storms are developing to get those early warnings out, and also be able to see wildfires as they're occurring.
Sounds like this is increasingly important.
Definitely. We've seen more wildfires recently. We see a lot of severe weather, some active hurricane seasons. Forecasters are using the data from these satellites to monitor all of these features 24/7. And ultimately, it's vital information to improving forecasts and getting those warnings out there quickly.
Tell us a little bit about the technology involved here in these satellites and the work that went into building these instruments and the spacecraft.
The planning for these instrument and spacecraft started a couple decades ago. There's a lot of planning, a lot of engineers, scientists, hundreds and hundreds of people go into the engineering, and then the scientists, we look at the data and are continuing to develop new products even after the satellites launch. For example, more recently, we've been developing artificial intelligence and machine learning models that take in the satellite data and give you short-term predictions of things like lightning and help you to detect things like wildfires. So we're constantly evolving with the science and already now planning for the next series of satellites.
Do we have a name for that yet?
Yeah, the next series will be called GeoExo, and the first is expected to launch in the early 2030s. And that will be another extreme leap forward in terms of getting more detailed imagery and being able to observe other things in the atmosphere that we can't today.
It kind of amazes me, Bill, that folks work on things years ahead of time, but technology evolves so fast. I mean, you mentioned AI, but even the hardware evolves faster, the sensors, et cetera.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard for the hardware on the ground to keep up with how rapidly and more information we're getting from the satellites. And really, that early planning is critical to ensure that the infrastructure is ready and to ensure that the science is there to get started with the data. But yeah, certainly it has to continue. We've got the satellites up there, but we can't stay pat. We have to continue to evolve as technology evolves and develop products that can really fully take advantage of both the information from the satellite and the modern technology we have.
So give us the little overview of what happens today. This is scheduled for late afternoon, right?
Yep, the satellite's scheduled to launch at 5:16 p.m. After it launches, it'll take a few weeks to get into its geostationary orbit, roughly 22,000 miles above the Earth's surface over the equator. And over the next few months after that, us scientists with NOAA will really dig into the data and make sure everything looks great before it eventually becomes the operational GOES East satellite.
For more info, where can people go?
People can actually watch the launch live at noaa.gov/GOESU. They could also watch it on NASA TV, and they could go online to goesr.gov to get more information about these satellites.
Terrific. Bill Line, congratulations, and thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you so much for having me.